It is 24 hours until not necessarily the course closes for enrollment, but I go to bed. That's basically. It's midnight somewhere, and I usually do it East Coast time because that way Cappy can go to bed if it's midnight in New York. It's 9 a.m. in Vegas, and Cappy can go to bed. Yep, it's midnight. Stay as far as the United States is concerned. I kept it open until midnight the very last night, which will be the 20th of this session. So you have 24 hours more or less to enroll in Achieving Minimalism Theory and Practice, where you could get your financial act together. Because it is February, the month of love, we have the discount code BOOBIES, all capitalized, boobies, plural, not boob, but boobies, plural. And that will get you 15% off. I did see this because it is tax season. I did just want to go over this. Can student loans take my tax refund? If your federal loans are in default, the government can withhold your tax refund and apply it towards repayment. This is like February 14th. It was the day of love. If you default on a federal student loan, the government can take your tax refund to help cover what you owe. Did you hear that? What you owe. You took people's money, right? You took people's money. Was it your money? And then you partied and you drink your espresso. Oh my God, I'm so intelligent, even though I don't understand compound interest. And I'm like, oh my God, the people want their money back. While the government paused such collections during the pandemic through initiatives like Fresh Start, those relief efforts ended in the fall of 2024. After September 2024, the best way to stop student loan debt collectors from taking your refund was to pay your student loans, is to address the default before filing your tax return. Once the government has your money, it's much harder to get it back. This is why I'm going to just hear me out. Okay. How long did you know? I think even still to today, I could be wrong because as time goes on, it'll be my generation, less so, and the younger ones more so. But I don't think more than 2 years ago, it was still Gen X that still had the majority of the student loan debt. And that could be because Gen Xers did then go at higher, not necessarily higher rates, but more as time went on, went to grad school, like law school, MBAs and all that. So I do believe that's still true to this day. Then it's millennials, then it's you Zoomers who are currently enslaving yourselves into debt. What's it like being a 50-year-old person and you're still dealing with debts that you incurred in the 90s? Huh? Just hear me out, everyone. Not Gen Xers. You guys are at fault. It's too late for you. Do you people want to be in your 50s in dealing with student loans? How, is it not much? All this hubbub, all this crap we've been doing with the student loans, right? And maybe Biden will have just stringing you along like a girl who says she might sleep with you. That was Joe Biden saying it might pay off your student loans. Well, maybe. What if you just buckle down? I think the average amount's like $36,000 a year or $36,000 in debt. Just buckle down for 3 years, work up the extra money in an extra job and pay it off. Right? Instead of letting it grow 20 years and magnify 3 times because you don't understand compound math or exponential math. And now we got an R. Can they take my tax refund? Yes, they can. I have an idea. Why don't you just pay off your student loans, right? Early on. Don't be a Gen X idiot where like all of a sudden it's $250,000, what originally started with a $40,000 balance in 1998. Right? Don't do that. But 1, stop going to overpriced liberal arts colleges. 2, go online if you have to, like Western Governors University or something, if they offer your program. And 3, maybe just take a break year, pay off a little bit of the debt. And then 4, when you graduate, work some extra shifts and pay it off. I know it's not the Democrat way, but give the money back to people you took it from. Just me. Will your tax refund be garnished? Only federal student loans in default are subject to tax refund collection. The government can't take refunds to repay private student loan debts in default. That'd be because it's a private entity lend it to you. Federal student loans typically enter default after 270 days of past due payments. However, if you are behind on your payments for 90 days, the loan servicer will report the delinquency to the 3 major credit bureaus, which could damage your credit rating. No, it's not could, it will. Just so you know, a lot of people didn't go to college and now they got to bail your ass out. A lot of people did go to college and they paid back their student loans. These are typically your more responsible people who, whether you like it or not, are going to be in the managerial ranks. They will be your bosses. And then when they run a background check on you and they find out, oh, you didn't pay your student loans, and there's somebody that did, guess who's getting the job? It's not fair. Shh, 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 shh. We're done of the whiny Democrats. We're done of nothing's our fault. All right. Just stop it now and go be an adult. All right. If your tax refund is subject to garnishment, you will receive a letter from your loan holder saying it has been referred to your account at the Treasury Offset Program, or TOP. This is part of the U.S. Treasury Department's task with taking federal payments to cover delinquent debts owed to government agencies, including defaulted student loans. But I voted Democrat. You're not supposed to take my money. Your student debt loan holder will send you a tax offset notice before your refund is seized. This notice typically arrives months before you file your tax return, so you have time to take action, but you might receive that notice only once, and you can't dispute tax garnishment on the grounds of not receiving the offset notice. Check that your loan holder has your up-to-date contact information to learn who your loan holder is. Contact the Department of Education's default resolution group. Look at this. We got to have a default resolution group. But all because you people don't pay back your loans. All because you had to go to school for some stupid college experience and you majored in the wrong stuff. All because you just wouldn't work an extra shift, and you'll take on a car debt. You'll take on some car loan. You'll go buy a brand new car, but you won't pay back your student loans. And now this haunts you for the rest of your life. We got a default resolution group. Look at that shit. I will admit, I've thought about it some more. I do like the idea of going after corporations. Like we do a study, we look at all the government or the the job descriptions they posted. If they ever said bachelor's required, master's preferred, it's like, I think we're going to tax you corporations a little bit to provide a little bit of relief. I understand you were misled. I understand that. But you still signed up and took money that wasn't yours. Don't act like you didn't know that wasn't what you were doing when you were 18. Or log on to your account at studentaid.gov. The Treasury Department will contact you after the offset. Look at all the babysitting that goes into this. How to stop student loan tax garnishment. Pay back your loans? Is that going to be? 1, if you repaid some or all of your debt. If you already fully repaid the debt, you should receive your entire refund. If the amount listed on your offset notice is incorrect, you could dispute it. Provide copy. If you do not owe the debt, your student loan can be discharged for reasons such as bankruptcy, total permanent disability, or school fraud. You'll need to provide copies of completed loan discharge applications or court documents and discharge. Look at all this. All this because we couldn't just say, no, you can't borrow money for student or for college. You have to pay cash. And then all these colleges and universities won't be hiring, what was it? University of Minnesota has like 85 DEI officers now. And you got all these luxury buildings and cafeterias and poop and fart degree programs. Imagine if you weren't allowed to borrow money. What would happen to tuition? I bet you would go down. Now we got the courts involved in this. If you already agreed to make payments, if you're fulfilling a repayment agreement with your loan service provider, which includes making payments within 65 days of receiving an offset notice, then your refund should not be garnished. Provide a copy of the agreement. If you're enduring financial hardship, let me guess, everyone's a victim and they got the social anxieties. I can't work. I just can't work another job. It's so stressful. Student loan holders have different standards for hardship relief. Some agencies may return all or part of your tax refund if you could prove you've exhausted unemployment benefits or have had your house foreclosed, for example, to qualify. Or I got another idea. Yeah, what is it? How about you just pay back your loans? Not all in one shot. I understand how that works. But why don't you go get a second job and start making payments on your loans? And then your taxes won't be garnished, or your tax refund won't be garnished. Will my spouse's refund be garnished too? If you're married and filed taxes jointly, you may be able to protect your spouse's part of the federal tax refund by submitting an injured spouse allocation form, IRS form 8379. Oh boy, I love filling out forms. That's time you could be spent working. And I wonder if that's going to cost you more to fill out that form because you don't do your taxes, but your CPA now has to fill out form 8379. What a fucking shit show. What an absolute fucking, and people critique me for charging $450 for a course minus the 15% discount with discount code boobies, where it's the final kick in your ass to say, knock it the fuck off, get fucking serious about your finances, and here's the wherewithal and the motivation on how to do it. All right. Everybody knows you spend less than you make. That's how you get, and you got to work more. We all know that. This is how to get off your fat, lazy ass and actually go do it. And the way I do it is say, hey, there's something more important than a brand new car. There's things in life that are more important than having the fanciest of clothes or going traveling. Oh my goodness, baggage, pressure. And then once you realize, oh, there's this thing that's more important than material bullshit and a life that doesn't cost an arm and a leg with material bullshit. And then you won't even have the compunction of you won't be compelled to go spend your money. Like, why would I do that when there's like much cooler things to pursue in life? And then you won't be addicted like you are drug or booze to spending money. And then the money adds up in your account. Then you pay off your student loan. And then maybe your life starts to stop sucking. The course, which closes in 24 hours, Achieving Minimalism, Theory and Practice. It is linked below. You can also just search Achieving Minimalism, Theory and Practice, Teachable, because it's on the Teachable platform. Do we got anything? We got a super we got a comment. We got a super chat. Naughty DJ Aftershock $5. No, bro, don't listen to that failure crappy. Buy a new McMansion out in the suburbs instead of bro, and live the baller and king you're meant to be, bro. Did you go to the Carlson School of Management? I do have Lopez. I can't even. Am I pushed? Yeah, I am. Zero World Problems, which is kind of tangentially related. But that's the book. Yeah, then you ask as a course. No, I have a course. It's called Achieving Minimalism, Theory and Practice. That's open for enrollment. I open it up like once a month, once every 2 months. I wanted it to be fun this year with the discount code boobies because it's February 14th. So that's the course. And then I do have a new book out, coincidentally. It's not really, it's related to minimalism. That's one of the chapters, but it's called Zero World Problems. You might be interested in it. Take a look at it. That's it. Hopefully see you guys in class. Toodles.